Me when I went to Glastonbury Festival.
Hippies in their bare feet, and women couldn't walk around them. As far as I'm concerned, they should have been charged there and taken and incarcerated.
Me when my ex-wife told me her mother was ill and therefore her parents couldn't come and stay with us for Christmas.
Oh no!
And this was me on Valentine's Day when the lady I'm dating asked me to play her something romantic on my guitar. Hello folks, hello and welcome back. Should be a relatively quick one today. I'm going to talk about how you can have an amazing 3 Creed fragrance or things that smell like Creed fragrances collection for just £79. That's just fractionally under $100 if you're in the USA. Before I get into that, I'd like to remind you that I am very proud to collaborate with Fragrance Samples UK. That is my recommended fragrance sampling site in the UK, an amazing range of designer and niche fragrances. And I've got a code for you. Mr. Smelly 10 gets you 10% off across their website, linked in the description. Go there and get your fragrance samples. Fragrance sampling is the way ahead. Don't waste money on expensive blind buys before you've tried them. If you're in the USA, my recommended USA-based fragrance sampling site is decantboutique.com. That's the fragrance Decant Boutique, but the website is decantboutique.com. And the same code, Mr. Smelly 10, works there. A sensational array of designer and niche fragrances and a great service. And likewise, they are linked down in the description. Okay, so let's get into this real quick. So the top 3 maybe most famous Creed fragrances, arguably. Okay, they've got to be, obviously, Creed's Aventus, yes, right. Arguably, Green Irish Tweed, certainly the historic one that we all, even the people who don't love Creed, often like that one. And I'm going to argue maybe Millésime Imperial, okay? A great classic from somewhere in the 2000s for men. Now, all of these will cost you a lot of money, so I've got your 3 top clones, and these are inexpensive clones. There are sort of expensive clone brands where people say, oh, it's even better than the original, but we're talking like cheapy type fragrances that will do you the job of smelling very similar in the air to each one, okay? That if you really examine them and smell them up close, maybe not quite the same, but in the air, people around you will be quite happy that you smell amazing with all 3 of these, I promise you. Okay, so let's kick off with the fragrance that really launched Creed to the next level of fame, and that's the 2010 release. I've got a 2019 bottle of Creed Aventus. Fantastic bergamot, pineapple, jasmine, birchwood, a little bit of a leathery undertone and some vanilla and blackcurrant in there. Apple, French apple, apparently my favourite kind of apple. German apple, forget it. Really, it is a nice fragrance. It's a little bit overplayed because everyone smelled something like it because there are so many clones. And I'm going to recommend from my point of view, the most worthwhile, affordable, cheap clone, still for me, is Al Haramain's L'Aventure. You can buy this one online. I found it in the UK for £29.99, a 2016 release, and it has great longevity, the performance is fine, and you could even argue it revives some of the magic of older batches of Creed. Now, I'm not going to say that, but it will really do you just fine. It's got a little bit more quality in it to me, so especially in the opening, than the equally not a bad choice, or well, not equally, but not a bad choice, Club de Nuit Intense Man from Armaf, but I would opt for the Al Haramain. I have no dog in this race, so I've got no incentive to plug these. Creed's Green Irish Tweed is fantastic. Lemon verbena, violet leaf, this kind of dihydromercenol accord that gives this very recognisable kind of thing, and a fantastic green, slightly melancholy, aristocratic air about this one, evocative of a day in the Irish countryside. I love it. It's a great fragrance, still great in the modern formula. If you want something in the ballpark, it really does a very good job. £13.95 I found Ragbar for Man from Lattafa, an amazing clone. Doesn't quite capture the opening, but in the dry down you might be hard pressed to tell the difference. It's really good stuff. Ragbar for Man from the House of Lattafa, highly recommended by me. Finally then, Millesime Imperial. And that one, I don't have, that's the only one I don't own a bottle of, and it's largely because I have this. I do like the smell, and it has a very fresh, citrusy kind of thing. I'll actually give you the notes for this fragrance as how it smells, okay? So this is Club de Nuit Milestone. This one is by Armaf. Excuse me, it's a bit of a fingerprint magnet, but there you go. You can find this online. It's the most expensive of the lot, £34.80. You've got C notes, red fruits, bergamot, violet, whitewood, sandalwood, musk, and broxam vetiver. That's somehow different to the note list in Creed Griv of their Millesime Imperial, but to be honest, this is just, it smells very close. Arguably even better performance than the Creed one, which actually is renowned for not having the best performance ever, and for that price, it really is stunning. I love the blingy bottle, so it's kind of fresh, citrus, fruity sea air combination type of note. Some people say salty watermelon. Well, you've got ambergris and kind of juicy, fruity aura. Really great. So this could be your hot summer holiday one, and then then you can choose between Aventus clones and Creed Green Irish Tweed clones for your other two go-to fragrances. How do you like that, guys? Under $100 or 80 quid. Your 3 Creed fragrance collection. Now you can forget watching fragrance reviews anymore. You're sorted for fragrances. We've completed it. Go and watch cats failing or something on YouTube and Instagram. See you next time, guys. And remember, whatever you're doing in life, let's project. And although sometimes life really can stink, at least we can always smell good. Bye-bye.
The fragrance I'm talking about is Gravitas Essentia, which is the flanker to Gravitas. It is a really stunning fragrance. And of course, their bottles are absolutely magnificent. They embody my impression of true English sophistication, tradition, honor, and grace.